Doc Rightwing here. I'll get into my rant momentarily, but first I want to say this. We right-wingers are fairly certain Biden is corrupt. Ted Cruz is one of those right-wingers, and in this next clip, he points out something that should make any fair-minded person more suspicious.
When do we figure out whether or not Joe Biden took a bribe? I guess that's what I want to know.
Well, I'll tell you what, one person knows for a fact whether it's true or not, and his name is Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr. You know what Joe Biden could have done? He could have stood at that podium and said, if in fact the allegation was false, he could have said, this allegation is false. It's ridiculous to say that I took a bribe, and I'm instructing the FBI to release that document now, make the evidence public because I'm innocent. That's what Biden could do, but he didn't want to do that.
He's got a point there. If Biden is so innocent, why didn't he force the FBI to hand over that classified document to Congress? Why hasn't he told the FBI to release the evidence that exonerates him? Because remember, according to the Biden White House, this matter was already investigated and the case has been closed. So why not release the information to clear his name? At the very least, why did he allow the FBI to deny the whistleblower document for weeks, to the point where Chris Wray was nearly held in contempt of Congress? Just the opposite, he seemed content to never to let it see the light of day. And that should make you at least a little suspicious. Now on to today's rant. I'm real tired of Democrats saying that conservatives don't have any proof of Joe Biden's obvious corruption, or proof of the 2,000 mules that helped him steal the 2020 election. The reason we can't prove these things is simple. It's because we haven't had a real investigation yet. And I'm not saying one of these little cover-up investigations opened and swiftly closed by the Trump-hating deep state. I'm saying a real one. Like the special counsel your side demanded when you didn't believe the results of the 2016 election and you thought the president was corrupt. By the way, you notice the sad irony there? Back in 2016, y'all believed in the preposterous conspiracy theory that Trump, who according to you guys was the dumbest man alive, pulled off the world's first international conspiracy to steal the presidency of the United States. So he was an idiot and also a Bond villain that was always 2 steps ahead of the CIA. Now right-wingers like me looked at that and recognized it for the propaganda it so clearly was, but we gave y'all your investigation so you could try to prove your delusional theory and get Trump out of the White House. Now flash forward to 2020 and onward, and it's now conservatives that want the investigation into the 2020 presidential election and the present sitting president of the United States. Now, in a fair, bipartisan, democratic nation, we right-wingers would get our special counsel too, but we haven't. Now, I can hear the leftists out there reflexively objecting, so let me pause for a moment to recall the reason you guys called for the special counsel in the first place. It's because the target of the investigation was the head of the executive branch of government, so investigations by an FBI or a DOJ that Trump was in charge of couldn't be trusted. We needed an independent investigative unit that wasn't part of the pre-existing federal bureaucracy. Remember, you leftists didn't trust the FBI or the DOJ at the time because Comey was supposedly an anti-Hillary partisan who sabotaged her election, and Attorney General Jeff Sessions was a Trump-loving right-winger. Again, if it sounds like it's a perfect mirror image to what is happening right now, with Biden at the head of the executive branch, intelligence agencies that can't be trusted, and a leftist as the attorney general, if it sounds weirdly similar to what's happening right now, that's because it is, folks. So don't try to tell me we investigated this stuff already. You got your special counsel, now it's finally time for us to get ours. Because the alternative is that the country continues suffering and we become more and more divided. It's truly ripping this country apart. And I'll also ask y'all what you smugly asked us back in 2016 and 2017. If he's really innocent, what are you worried about? Now here's my proposal, and if you're a decent leftist, you'll agree that this is fair. Give us the same $30 million budget, the same 2+ years, and a team of Republican lawyers and detectives that mirror the anti-Trump Mueller team you guys had. You give us that investigation, the one investigation to rule them all, like we gave you, and I promise you, I'll personally hand you that proof you've been asking for. But don't deny us that investigation and then come telling me that I don't have any proof, because I'll straight up slap a fool for that. And that's all for now. Please like and subscribe. Visit my site, docrightwing.com. And until next time, comrades.